bride has now arrived very close to the children, and the royal car now in view. The children getting a wave from the royal couple. Obvious excitement, as you can hear. The Chief Constable and the Lord Lieutenant, Bridget Craycroft-Ely, leave the first car in the motorcade. The Prince comes out on this side, and he's followed by Her Majesty. A salute from an RAF officer who is there to welcome. She's now being presented to the High Sheriff of Lincolnshire. A huge round of applause from members of the public who've been able to attend here this morning as well. Lots of cameras and video cameras, as you might imagine. Now, the Queen is wearing a green outfit this morning, an emerald green long coat with a green hat trimmed in purple. It's rather unusual. And she's also carrying a black handbag, wearing black gloves and shoes. She's going over to the children. Before she actually goes through the Guard of Honour, she's going along to meet the children from the local schools who've turned out here. And she's at the moment with pupils from St Mary's Preparatory School. They're bringing, they brought year 4 here today. The children all have their Union flags, of course. Well, the Union flag's on one side, and they've got the university symbol and logo on the other side. So they have a dual role, these flags today, and the Queen making her way down the line of children. There are children here as well from the Monks Abbey County Primary School, St Faith's and St Martin's CE Junior School, St Faith's CE Infant School at West Parade, St Peter at Gouts CE Primary School as well, the Usher County Junior School at Skellingthorpe Road, and Sir Francis Hill County Primary at Bristol Road. Well, Her Majesty's had a word with a few of the children and has made her way now across to the Major Roger Wells, who's of the he's the cadet contingent commander, and he's invited Her Majesty to inspect the Guard of Honour. The Prince is already there talking to one of the youngsters who is wearing what's almost like a guard's uniform. So they're having a word with the youngsters. It's obviously a great thrill for these youngsters who really have today taken great pains to be turned out, obviously in the smartest possible way that they can. Majesty having a word with a youngster there from the Sea Scouts. Looking very pleased. Great smiles from her. Having a word with a young lady in Army Cadet Force uniform at the moment. And then she's making her way through the Guard of Honour towards the Civic Party. The Mayor's officer, Joe Cook, is handing the Richard II sword now to the Mayor, who will be saying, "Your Majesty, may I have leave to tender Her Majesty's sword, which was given to the city of Lincoln by King Richard II in 1386. The Queen touches the sword and hands it back to the Mayor for safekeeping. She's obviously talking to the Mayor about it. She's seen it on a few other occasions to the city. She's smiling and having a chat with the Mayor at the moment. She was last here, of course, in 1980, and that was for the opening of police headquarters. She also went to a dedication service at the cathedral, and the previous occasion she was here was when she was visiting Pelham Bridge, to open Pelham Bridge in 1958. Just as she arrived, the sun broke through, which is a great contrast to the last couple of occasions that she was here, when she was in rain, unfortunately, and all the people turned out very, very wet indeed. But the sun is shining on her at the moment, which is very nice to see. She's meeting at the moment the civic dignitaries here. She's been presented to the Chief Executive and Town Clerk, Andrew Spark, and his wife, Mrs. Spark, the Sheriff of Lincoln, Mr. Patrick Vaughan, and the Sheriff's Lady, Member of Parliament, Sir Kenneth Carlisle and Lady Carlisle, and the Member of the European Parliament, Veronica Hardstaff. At the moment, she is meeting the Chancellor of the University of Lincolnshire and Humberside, Dr. Harry Hooper, and she's also been presented with a posy by Georgina Twigg, who's aged 5, and her mother, Cathy Twigg, has been involved very much in the planning for the event here today. So a great thrill for her as well. The Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Roger King, is also having a chat at the moment with Her Majesty and Prince Philip. Now they'll be moving inside the building very shortly, in through the main entrance to the university, and they'll be seeing a cheer from the Queen, prompts her to turn round and to give them a nice cheery wave, the youngsters from the schools here. They'll move inside the building here now, and they'll be taking the lift up to the 3rd floor. She joined us now in the atrium of the university, this big open area which opens up onto all the floors of the university. Up on the 3rd floor there, the Queen was a little earlier on shown the internet by some Australian exchange students, and there's an Australian flag flying up there at the moment. Anyway, all the students and staff now are assembled and watching the opening ceremony, which is taking place here in the atrium, and it'll be watched by a number of civic dignitaries from around the county. I understand that the town mayors from...
It gives me great personal pleasure to welcome you, Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, and all of our guests here today to help us mark and celebrate this most auspicious occasion. I welcome you, ma'am, on behalf of the University of Lincolnshire and Humberside, and most especially on behalf of all of our many friends and supporters in Lincolnshire, to the opening of this magnificent campus in Lincoln. It is an event which will be truly memorable, not just for the staff and students of the university, but for all our friends and colleagues assembled here today. Your Majesty's involvement in opening today ensures a truly auspicious future for the venture. May I again warmly welcome you on behalf of the university and say thank you to you and to all of our guests for helping to make this such a special day. Your Majesty, I would now like to invite you to formally open the university campus of Lincoln.
Chancellor, thank you for your kind words. It is 16 years since Prince Philip and I were last in Lincoln. It is good to be here again on an important occasion for the city and county. I must make special mention of the local people, companies, and organizations who have given so much towards the cost of the development. Their foresight has been rewarded and will, I am sure, continue to be so. It is the staff and students who will repay it by helping to build a university to be proud of. You are making history here, and history, as well as the examiners, will be your judge. Now, I am very pleased to declare open the new Lincoln University campus.
She draws back the pulley to unveil a plaque to commemorate today's opening. Now Her Majesty is to be thanked by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roger King.